place. When are you considering going?
The first 2 weeks in July. Do you have any information on Benidorm? About the beaches, town, restaurants, and nightlife, etc.?
Yes, it's all contained in this brochure. It lists all the package tours we offer and gives details about hotels, etc., self-catering villa holidays, car hire, cruises and excursions. There's a booking form in the brochure.
He's right. It is popular.
Benidorm must be a place with a lot of activities like sports, good restaurants, a lot of nightlife and so on. I'm surprised you don't like it.
I like to have a bit of peace and quiet now and again. That's a very informative brochure, I must say.
Of course it is. It's a serious travel agency. Do you happen to know what a booking form is, Victor?
Yes, of course I do.
What is it?
It's one of those, you know.
Yes, thank you, Victor. A booking form is a form you must fill in when you want to make a reservation.
Perhaps you'd like to think it over for a few days and then contact us again?
These businessmen are all the same. They work every day and they can't even calm down during the holidays.
Perhaps if you worked a little more, you would do more sports too.
Yes, sure. There are opportunities for swimming, skin diving, water skiing, sailing and windsurfing. There are also tennis courts and golf courses within easy reach of some of the hotels. Did you have any other sports in mind?
No, that's fine. We wanted to know mainly about water sports.
Well, with that list, he shouldn't have too much difficulty finding what he wants.
Right, thank you. I'll take your brochure and be in touch in a few days. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a nice holiday.
Mr. Smith goes into a travel agency to ask for some information about package holidays in Spain. The travel agent asks him which part of Spain he would like to visit. Mr. Smith says he has been thinking of going to Benidorm and asks the travel agent if he recommends it. The travel agent tells him it is a very popular place. He asks Mr. Smith when he is considering going. Mr. Smith wants to go for the first 2 weeks of July and asks the travel agent if he happens to have any general information on Benidorm, the beaches, town, restaurants, nightlife, etc. The travel agent gives him a brochure which lists all the package tours and gives details about hotels, self-catering villa holidays, car hire, cruises and excursions. He points out that there is a booking form in the brochure and says Mr. Smith may like to think it over for a few days and then contact him again. Mr. Smith agrees and then inquires about the sports facilities in Benidorm. He and his wife are both keen on sport and want to make sure they can keep active during the holiday. The travel agent tells him there are opportunities for swimming, skin diving, water skiing, sailing and windsurfing. There are also tennis courts and golf courses within easy reach of some of the hotels. He asks if Mr. Smith had any other sports in mind. Mr. Smith says he wanted to know mainly about water sports. He takes the brochure and tells the travel agent he will be in touch with him in a few days' time.
Where do you usually spend your summer holiday? On the beach? In the mountains? In the country? At home? Working? Or preparing your exams? How many days or weeks of vacation do you get per year? Do you take all of your holidays at the same time? Or do you split them up during a year? For example, 2 weeks in winter and 2 weeks in summer. Or 1 week at Christmas, another week at Easter, and 2 in summer. Do you like to travel, or do you prefer to stay at home?
Victor? Victor!
Yes. What? What is it?
If I were you, I wouldn't sleep in the sun on the first day of my holidays. You'll get sunburned.
Sunburned? Never. I'm used to the sun. I used to go to Spain every summer when I was a boy. I never get sunburned.
Victor. Victor. What's the matter with you?
Sunstroke. My skin is all burned. It hurts. Next year I'll go to the mountains for my holidays.
Have you recovered from your sunstroke, Victor?
Yes, thank you. I'm a lot better now.
I suppose you've postponed your holidays until next year now.
No, not at all. I still have several weeks, and I intend to go away somewhere else, but not somewhere hot this time.
I happen to know a man who owns a mansion house in Scotland. It's within easy reach of Loch Ness and happens to be within walking distance of the pub. You could consider going there.
Scotland? The weather happens to be cold and wet most of the time in Scotland.
The best place for you, Victor.
Yes, I suppose you're right. Have you got this man's phone number by any chance? I could get in touch with him.
Allow me to organize your holiday, Victor. So, you found the mansion, Victor?
Yes. Fortunately, I happened to meet a farmer who showed me the way. I must say it's very quiet and a little bit lonely.
Exactly, Victor. Imagine the peace, the fresh air. You'll go home feeling fit and healthy and relaxed. You haven't happened to see the monster of the lake yet, have you?
The what? Are you suggesting...
Don't panic, Victor. However, strange noises have been heard recently. I do advise you not to wander the lonely paths alone in the dark. You're not afraid of it coming to get you, Victor? Silence! Silence! Thank you. Most of you have not done a great amount of work during these 20 English lessons, have you? No! But there is a young man with us today who has shown courage and intelligence, patience and perseverance in his profound desire to learn the rudiments of the language of Shakespeare. Wake up! I am talking about extra special thanks to the technicians, about Victor. He willingly endured the oppressive heat of the Sahara Desert. It was with inimitable perseverance that he braved the icy cold of the Swiss Alps. Some of you might say that his ambition was excessive. I say that you cannot restrain the ambition of a young man who is in the process of discovering the English language. Defying the law of gravity, he crossed the immensity of the Atlantic Ocean on his way to New York and fearlessly confronted the dangers of an unknown city. Some of you might say that lying is a bad and evil habit. I say that you cannot restrain the imagination of a serious student of the Queen's English. We even had the immense privilege of attending his first meeting with a charming and lovely girl. Please, gentlemen, a minimum of dignity. Some of you might say that his performance on that occasion was less than glorious. I say that where ladies are concerned, self-control is a very British quality. Need I remind you of Victor reminiscing about life at his uncle's farm, when his uncle used to remind his grandfather to remember to milk the cows? Do you remember?
What did he say?
I didn't understand a word.
What was that?
Do you remember Versailles?
Versailles, the gardens, the palace.
Some of you might say,
Silence! 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 Anyway, in honor of our old friend, let us sing a song for Victor.
I hope you all enjoyed yourselves. See you next time. Good luck and goodbye.